Alright, Hoodlum gang. I told y'all yesterday. Let's get to it, man. I'm on a 10-minute break. Hopefully, this don't go over 10 minutes. But either way, I'm here for y'all. First of all, have y'all been paying attention to everything that's been going on as far as the hip-hop world, which is kind of hard to imagine that you haven't. Even if you haven't listened, you're aware of what's going on. Shout out to Kendrick. They say he just recently removed the copyrights on them songs for reactors to get paid. Now, if you don't know about the reaction channels, a lot of them, they got Patreons, they put their Cash App up there. That's how they get paid. They don't get paid off of the reaction because it's other people's music. So that's how they've been getting paid. Kendrick has lifted that. So even the smaller channels can get paid. I was watching No Life Shaq. I've been messing with his channel for some years now. I remember when he had like 500,000-600,000, maybe 400,000, and that's a lot. He over 4 million now. So he was saying that him and a few other YouTubers that do reaction channels, they got connections within these record labels because their channels is so big and their following is so big that they got ways around the copyright stuff, and you know what I mean, they still been getting paid all these years off of they. But he's like, as far as the smaller channels, there's smaller channels, they got 10,000, 20,000 subscribers, and they videos may be at 100,000 from all this back and forth. You know what I mean? They might have a video at 100,000, another one at 70,000. They are now going to get paid. So if that's not being for the culture, that lets you know that Kendrick, even though he be in his own bubble, he pay attention. That's dope. Meanwhile, Drake is left and right hitting people with copyright strikes. That just lets you know the difference of the type of people that they are, homie. And I don't know how you could see it any other way at this point. So shout out to Kendrick for that, man, for looking out for the little people out here in the world, man. He didn't have to do that. Of course, it's gonna make more people react to his. It's a business move. People gonna react to his videos more because they're like, oh, I'm finna get paid off of this, and it's a hot topic, so it's gonna do views. Drake hitting people with copyright claims. They ain't gonna want to react. They might have already reacted, but if they haven't, they're not gonna want to react to yours. They're gonna react to his. You losing all the way around, homie. There's no way to slice it, homie. This has been a one-sided spanking to me. It's just the reality of the situation. We already knew what Drake was gonna do. Kendrick said what he was gonna do. So the fact that he's trying to come back and say, I knew you was gonna come with the pedo stuff. No, you didn't. Because you would have said that in the beginning. Meanwhile, on Euphoria, he said, I could predict your angles. You're not as calculated as you think you are. He said, you heard Mr. Morale. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is Kendrick's last album where he's talking about all of his family problems, and he put it out there, and you still chose to take that angle. Come on, man. You still, the man told you what you was going to do and you still did it. Then you're going to come out in the Heart Part 6 and try to say you knew he was going to do the pedo stuff. Then why you didn't say that in the beginning? Why you didn't say that in push-ups before he ever responded? It don't make sense, homie. Man, hey, it's chess, not checkers, man. Like I said, you look like a chess player until you play against somebody else who knows how to play chess. You got out-strategized, man. The man told you what you was going to do and you did it. I don't know about y'all. This is one of the most legendary beefs we've ever seen because it's two giants going back and forth. Yeah, you had the Jay-Z and Nas. That might be next to this. Everything else, you had Tupac verbally assaulting everybody and not too many people responding. If they did, it was subliminally, not directly. No Vaseline, yeah, they said something, he said something, and it was over. They didn't keep going back and forth with him. Dre and Easy was big, but neither one of them are writers. 50 in Game, but It was at that point, it was G Unit versus everybody. They was going against Nas, they was going against the Locks, they was going against Fat Joe, Ja Rule. You had Joe Budden and Benzino sprinkled somewhere in there. Then you had the Dipset, the Cam situation. Like, to see two giants at the top of their game focus on each other like that, hip hop ain't seen that before. Like I said, you beat the man at his own game. Numbers wise, beating him, spanking him. Even with a born song like Meet the Grams. Spanking him with the view. Drake did a whole video and still ain't surpassed Meet the Grams. Or maybe he did by now. He for sure didn't surpass Not Like Us. No, I don't even think he surpassed Meet the Grams. Then the whole... And I'm talking about the things that Drake said, because it's like, bro, it seemed like everything you said just bounced off of Kendrick, homie. You throw out there an allegation of him, of his right hand man Dave Free doing something with his wife. It's like, all right, is that all you got? Y'all ain't seen the picture floating around. Kendrick got an interview coming up, and Dave Free is sitting right there with him. Look like they on good terms to me. I don't know. Meanwhile, everything he said about you, minus the daughter, I don't know if that's true. It don't look like it's true. That might have been something he just threw out there to see if it stick. You saying, oh, we set the bait, we set the trap. People was killing you on the Heart Part 6, homie. Your lyrics, everything you said came back on you. The people that fed you the information is clowns. People was really studying that, and then you turn around and said that you put out the fake narrative, so you're the clown. I know your narrative wasn't the whole pedo route. That's just based on what people been saying and seeing from you. Why was you texting that Millie Bobby girl when she was 14, I miss you? That's weird, bro. And all y'all Drake supporters, y'all could sit up there and try to spin it. If Drake or any grown man 27 years old was texting your 14-year-old daughter, you wouldn't be okay with it. It's the same thing with the Cat Williams effect. I mean, not Cat Williams. He looked like Cat Williams. Charleston White. It's funny until it's directed towards you. When it's about somebody else, it's hilarious. This was one of the worst. This was one of the worst ass whoopings that we've ever seen, homie. And in due time, y'all will notice that. First of all, like I said, the numbers game, he's killing you. Euphoria was #1 in 36 countries on Apple Music, including Canada. #1 in the city of Toronto, which is Drake City. He had the #1 song in your country, in your city. Not Like Us just dethroned that. Now that's #1. It's an anthem. They playing it at basketball games. Just seen it. It's on TikTok. I remember I was talking to the homie. I was talking to Bully 3 the other day. We was like, bro, both of these dudes, they careers is what it is, and I don't see neither one of them really taking the other one out. That tune has changed, man. He might have Ja ruled this nigga, bro. I'm dead serious. He might have Ja ruled Drake, bro. Academics on there telling Joe Budden, oh, if Drake come back with some fire in a couple months from now, I still accept that as part of this beef. What? No. Hey, Joe Budden is like, all right, act like, bro, it's over. Then he get on TMZ yesterday and said, I'm out here on the East Coast, and the whispers are that this is like another back-to-back. Not Like Us is another back-to-back. That's on the East Coast. The West Coast is one thing. We rocking with it. Even though I see some of y'all rocking with Drake, I don't know how, but y'all are. On the East Coast, they saying this is like back-to-back. He done did that man like back-to-back. It's over, bro. It is over for you. That career done. You should have left him alone. You should have, especially because you wanted him to be on first-person shooter We all know they started with the control verse, but it reignited with the you reached out for him to be on the first person shooter. Kendrick even said, he said, I was surprised you wanted that feature request. He denied it, and then you throw subs at him on your verse. Drake did, not Cole. He included Kendrick. That's why he say, who the big three? Me, K-Dot, Aubrey, and me. Whatever he said, however he said it, y'all know what I'm talking about. And then Drake come on there and say, ain't nobody else standing right here but me and Cole or something like that. You wanted me to be on the song, and since I declined, because we've been having this cold war of subliminal shots for the past 10 plus years, now you sub me? It's on. Remember, drop. You wanted him to drop. He kept dropping, and then people was like, oh yeah, he's overdoing it. He's obsessed with Drake. No, you begged that man to drop. You kept saying he was too busy. He's scared. I seen a meme. I seen a few memes. That's another thing. Drake has become a meme. It said Drake stands for don't rap against Kendrick ever. Somebody said, Drake said, drop and give me 50 push-ups. Kendrick said, how about 50 allegations, you sick nigga? The whole, man, listen. This might have went over people's head. The whole John Stockton line. John Stockton played for the Utah Jazz. Karl Malone was his teammate. Karl Malone, I think, married a 13-year-old girl or got a 13-year-old girl pregnant. And John Stockton being the all-time leader of assists. So when he said, I'm going to pass on this body, I don't know if he meant pass on it like I'm finna get this body as far as, you know, or if he's saying I'm going to pass on it like I'm cool on this body. But you know, my teammate will because he like him young. I don't know. Either way, fire bar. The whole A minor thing, people, come on, homie. See, one thing, I think you could play A minor on the piano and the guitar, if I'm not mistaken. Because when I went to Oak Park Elementary, I played the guitar for the 4th and 5th grade. So A minor and E minor and all that type of stuff. So, yeah, and then A minor. Certified P-Files. Come on, man. He said so much stuff in that song. From Central down to Alondra, don't speak on Serena Williams. You know, he got a weird obsession with her. She from Compton. You've been throwing shade at her and her husband. It's ugly, man. He done made a chant. Called you a fan, a freaky ass nigga. That's an acronym. Freaky ass nigga better run for your life. Boy, they looking at you like the diddler out here. It's crazy, bro. That's never gonna go away. People talking about, oh, what about Kendrick? He beat his girl. Where's that at? There was a report that Kendrick, and this around the To Pimp a Butterfly days, that it was an assault in Vegas where he allegedly beat up a man and did something to a girl. Not his girl. It said a girl. There was never a police report. He was never arrested. He was never even questioned about it. So that's what you ran. That's when you know somebody got nothing on you. Like I said, then you bring up the whole Mother I Sober, which is the song on Mr. Morale, where he's talking about his mother going through getting assaulted by a family member. And they thought maybe it happened to Kendrick, and that he keep on saying it never happened. He said to this day, they didn't believe me, but my uncle never touched me. It's like, did you even listen to the song before you try to say that? Like, you just throwing shit against the wall to see if it sticks. Like I said, the whole daughter thing, I don't know if that's true. They said I don't know, man. I don't know. He clearly has some information out of your camp, because you dropped Family Matters and he dropped Meet the Grams right after that. Now I understand Baca, he got a case, and it's against a 22-year-old. It wasn't a minor. But he like forced her, supposedly. You know how it go, man. You know, these hoes, man, she could have got cracked or whatever and been like, oh, he made me do it. You know what I mean? I don't know, but it just feeds into the narrative. And that's what a rap battle is, bro. Is to find the best angle, and that's what Kendrick did. He's outperforming you on views, on YouTube, everything. He didn't. Business is booming at New Hall, wherever he said he'd be eating the fried rice with the duck sauce, or with the dip sauce. Boy, bringing the economy to your city. He helping the economy. That's crazy. He done spanked this boy in every single way imaginable, bro. It's over with. Like I said, he done Ja ruled that dude, man. Even people who didn't want to admit it got to admit it now. It's over. Oh, and the worst line ever. What'd he say? If I was on that, basically if I was on that type of time, I would be in jail. Bro, that's who be doing all that crazy stuff, is all the elites, all the rich people, all the popular people. Epstein had a whole island, homie, where famous people was going out there. Allegedly even the president and his wife. So I just don't understand it. I don't understand. Like, come on, that was the worst line ever. Then you brought up the Millie Bobby thing. He never bring up Millie Bobby. He never said nothing about that. You brought that up. Now the footage didn't resurface to you being on stage with that 17-year-old girl in Denver. Now I believe that might be the age of consent, but he didn't know that. If you watch it, he's like, how old are you? 17. Oh no, I can't go to jail. You too young. That's what he said. Then he proceeds to kiss the girl on this cheek on her forehead, and then on her lips. And before that, he said, oh, why you look like that? You so thick. This after she said she was 17 and you're under the impression that she's legally underage. Nobody needs a mole for that. We saw that. Like I said, man, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. This video went longer than it was supposed to, but your boy got spanked, man. It's over with. He done got Ja ruled. You ain't never gonna be the same. There's nothing he could do. Look, wouldn't that be deep if the album that Kendrick was working on was just, because he said on that song, how many stocks do I got in stock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. He dropped this. He dropped 5 songs if you want to include Not Alike already. If he got 5 more songs, so if he got 10 songs dissing Drake, and it's a whole album with skits and it could tie into a story from the time that he was a kid, probably grew up getting bullied in school, unpopular, laughed at, all the way up until the dude he is now. That'll be overkill, bro. If you got a whole album dissing this dude, because if he did all that and still got a whole separate album with a whole separate concept, that's gonna make his legendary status go even higher. Either way, he can't. Even if the whole album is dissing Drake, that too, we ain't never seen a whole album dissing somebody. Maybe a mixtape. Then the way on Not Like Us, how he broke down how the colonizers used the townspeople of Atlanta for their personal gain and their personal wealth to get richer off the people. The way he said you did the same thing with Atlanta by standing next to Future, Lil Baby, 21 Savage, Young Thug, Quavo, 2 Chainz, and tied it into you being a colonizer because you from a whole different country. He's literally saying, Drake, you wear blackface. Y'all know that comedian Trevor Noah? He from South Africa. I think he hosts the Daily Show or some shit like that now. He was saying his whole life how he wanted to come to America and be black. Because I guess in South Africa at the time, if you were mixed, you were called something else. You wasn't considered black or white. But he wanted to be black because his mom and everybody is black. So he said he used to watch American movies and he used to practice his accent, his black accent. Go watch it. He says all this. He like, yeah, I used to be walking around like, nah, I mean, son. Yeah, word up. You know what I mean? And that was what he was going to do when he got to America. That's how other people see blacks in America, homie. And Drake ain't no different. And for him to break that down on the record and give you a history lesson like, hey, man, I'm going to put you up on game real fast on how he's colonizing Atlanta nowadays in 2024 or shit, the past 15 years, the same way they did back in the days after you said he rapped like he trying to free the slaves. Bro, what's wrong with that? That just lets you know how out of touch he is by even saying that. That's why he said, once upon a time we was in chains, homie still doubled down calling us slaves. Like, bro, your blackness is being questioned and you still thought that line was cool? It's a L. It's one of the biggest L's. It's the biggest. If he's the biggest rap artist or one of the biggest rap artists of all times, this got to be the biggest L ever. But this video went too long. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Shout out to whoever told me earlier in the comments that we need a 20 or 25-minute video of you talking about this. Well, there you go, homie. I got to get back in here, man. My 10 is over, man. Until next time, Hoodie from the Hood, your friend from that big O end. I'm out.